Hi, welcome to this episode of What Now. Today I'm going to talk about a very important scenario wherein you have been told that you have a cataract and you don't know whether to go for the surgery or not. Now, as doctors, we have our own ways of saying that this is an emergency or a non emergency situation. But as the founder and director of Oculus Regeneris Eye Care, I pride myself in saying that over 60 to 70% of the cases that come to us, we say that the cataract surgery is non essential or non emergency. But it depends. Now, what do I mean by saying that it depends? So, before going into the details of what you may be having, what problems you may be having, and how you can decide, I want to talk a little bit about the science. So, this is our eyeball. So, if you can see, this is the front portion, that is the cornea, and inside the eyeball, you can see that there is a lens. In our young age or in childhood, this lens is transparent like glass, and therefore the light can pass through it, and the image can focus on the retina. But with age, what happens is this lens becomes starts becoming white or opaque. Now, this color change is called as cataract. Along with this, there are other changes also that are happening. So this lens can become more curved. So if it is this much in young age, it may become more curved. This is called as lenticular myopia. Now, with lenticular myopia, what happens is because the power is increasing, there is better ability to focus for near. The second change which we see, we can see is posterior subcapsular changes. So in this, what happens is in the back part of the lens, there is some whiteness that is happening. Now, these two changes can happen at varying degrees or varying proportions and percentages, and in a lot of permutations and combinations. You may have more of one, and more or less of the other. So, based on this, now what symptoms you may be perceiving. Now, the first scenario which I'm going to talk about is you have very good vision for near now because of the cataract, and you have poor or defective vision for distance. So, in this scenario, what has happened is the lenticular myopia itself has increased your power, and therefore, what you could not see for near without glasses previously, you may be able to see very well. So, this is a very common scenario, and in this scenario, I urge you to ask yourself what is your common activity. So, for example, you are retired, you are happily, reading books, doing a lot of near work, cooking, sewing, doing gardening. In that scenario, probably you can wait and decide to go for cataract surgery later on. But if you're still still working, still traveling, and your defective vision for distance is actually causing you a trouble in doing your activities, then it would probably be a good idea to go for the surgery now also. Second scenario is that you have defective vision for near, and you have good vision for distance. Now again, in this scenario, I ask the same question. Are you happy doing your activities? You're doing a lot of distance work. Then in that case, you can happily wait for the surgery, put it off until a point wherein your activities get limited. Third scenario is a little bit difficult to explain, but patients can understand this very easily. So one of my aunts could not stop going to the temple in the evenings, and this was her habit for the last 40 years, and then she suddenly stopped. So we asked her, what is it? Are your knees paining? What? So she said that no, when I walk, I can't bear the lights that of the oncoming vehicles. Now, this is a very subtle sign of a posterior subcapsular cataract or just a trace posterior subcapsular cataract. Now, although in medical terms there is no medical emergency in such cases, she needs to undergo the surgery because it's affecting her daily life. So, this is something that she's been doing all along, and she's not able to do it because of the presence of cataract. So, as we know, cataract surgery is very safe, and if it is causing visual disturbances or other disturbances in your daily activities, which are limiting your activity levels, then it is a safe timing to go for the surgery, even if it's not a medical emergency. Now, apart from this, there are many other things, like when do we go for the other eye surgery? So now, for example, my father, he underwent cataract surgery in one eye 10 years ago. Since then, the other eye is still at an early stage, and he's very happy because of the lenticular myopia. So with one eye, he can see for distance. The other eye, which is cataractus, he can see for near, and he's happily carrying on with all his activities. So again, like in these cases, we can safely wait and keep under observation whether the cataract is becoming too mature or too ripe or not. Second scenario is, one of my patients said to me that he wants to donate his eyes and therefore he doesn't want to go for cataract surgery. Now, that again is a myth. Undergoing cataract surgery doesn't actually preclude you from donating eyes. In fact, a lot of, because of the recent phacoemulsification techniques, there is not much damage happening to the cornea, and therefore we can safely donate our eyes even if the cataract surgery has been done. So, with that noble, benevolent thought, I want to end this episode. Feel free to comment on this video and ask us any questions if you have, or feel free to text us on 7032540056 and ask us about your doubts. Thank you very much. I am Dr. Charuta Purane. I am the founder and director of Oculus Regeneris Eye Care and Research Center.